Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we're looking into the disappearance of John Michael Boutin. And he went missing in Rawlins, Wyoming, January 13th, 1983. He was only 24 years old. He was 5'8", 160 pounds it says. He was last known to be in Carbon County Welding in Rawlins. He was in an apprenticeship welding program provided by the state of Wyoming, which is an excellent skill to have and would really change his future. He had brown hair and brown eyes. So, and it talks about he had a tattoo on his upper left arm that said John. There was a dark navy blue ski jacket. Why does that sound familiar? He wore eyeglasses. He wore a turquoise and silver ring. I couldn't find any John Does with a turquoise and silver ring. And honestly, if something happened to him in Wyoming, I would think his remains would be found in Wyoming. And it's so spread out, and there's so many places that you could end up finding remains later on. I'm surprised they haven't found more John Does. But, you know, I don't know if people really go out because of snakes and stuff like that. You know, I know they drive down the back roads, but I don't know about getting out and walking and things like that. So here's a picture of him, and here's the Charlie Project that talks about him. I don't know if it says much. He had a mobile home in Rawlins. He left his belongings there, and he's never been heard from again. He was enrolled in a state-sponsored welding apprenticeship program and went missing after his welding class. And his relative says it's uncharacteristic for him not to call. So they don't know what happened to him. And we're going to look at some John Does. We have one in Denver, Colorado. And October 16th was found. 5'7", 136 pounds. It doesn't have any information. It says recognizable face. So I'm guessing whoever it was. Black hair, brown eyes. So that couldn't be him because he didn't have black hair. He had brown hair. And they mention the tattoos. And they don't mention the one that says John on it. And they mention the clothing and accessories. So, but it says black hair, brown eyes, so that's not going to be him. We have a John Doe in Colorado Springs that was found November 3rd, 1986. Estimated year of death could have been 1982 to 1986. 5'6", and he was 5'8". But one of their John Doe photos does look kind of similar to him. So I don't know if that could be him or not. Gunshot wound to the head, along with traumatic injuries to the head area. Calvin Klein denim jeans, size 30-33. A light blue-green fragment identified as possibly a sweater or sweatshirt. Brown belt, partially gnawed upon, with a yellow metal buckle. Possible leather watch. So, like I said, I would expect him to be in Wyoming somewhere if something happened to him in Wyoming. Moab, Utah, February 12, 1983, 5'7", 142 pounds. Months. When did he go missing? January. Okay. Not recognizable. Partial remains of soft tissues found in the Three Gossips area of the Arches National Park. Blonde eyelashes. So that's not going to be him. It doesn't look to me like he has blonde hair at all. Millard County, Utah. December 28, 1983. Estimated year of death 1981 to 1983. No. Where's the height and stuff? Is there no height or weight? Sex male, nickname 2030. Let's see. Can't estimate height or weight. A transient was observed getting off a stalled freight train trying to cross a flooded. See, that's not going to be him either. The transit fell into the river and was washed away. The body was never even found. They found a skull along the Seaver River. So if that's a transient skull, I don't think that could be him. But in Henderson, Nevada, this is like a 10-hour drive. I don't know what day of the week he went missing on, but this is a 10-hour drive. April 5th, 1996, Henderson, Nevada, 5'8". Doesn't give me a year of death. The descendant was discovered in the mountains north of Railroad Pass Casino. Partial skeleton parts only. Brown hair, 2.5 inches long. I think his hair is longer than that, but I don't know. Maybe it is about that, 2.5 inches. I don't know. Red and white striped shirt, red sweater, gray pants, brown belt. I don't think he's going to be that far away. Las Vegas, Nevada. And like I said, this is just so far away from there. So far away. 2 people walking in the desert area. Las Vegas discovered the skull and other bones. I would think if this was somebody from further away, it would be from Utah, because there's so many vehicles that went missing from Utah and ended up in Nevada that I would think that it could be somebody from Nevada. I mean from Utah, but I don't know about Wyoming. Clark County, Nevada, 5'7", 125. That's too thin to be him. Descendant's body was found in an open desert, wrapped in a large piece of heavy blue plastic with several ties. The body was covered with several scrapped vehicle fuel tanks. And see, since we had so many vehicles that went missing from Utah and ended up in Nevada, that I would think that whoever it is was either from Nevada or possibly from Utah. I do remember seeing a John Doe somewhere that did have a blue jacket, but it didn't come up in this navy blue ski jacket. But I don't know if it was a ski jacket or not. And it didn't come up this time when I pulled those up. But when I did the search, those are the John Does that came up. And like I said, I don't really think any of them could be him, because I would think he's probably somewhere in Wyoming. There's so many places that, and the only one that even Colorado Springs, Colorado, that one had a similar look to him, I think. That one might be a possibility. But I don't know. We don't have a lot of John Does in Utah. I don't think there's not Utah. We don't have a lot of John Does in Wyoming. I don't really think there's a lot of people that went missing in Wyoming compared to other states, but there's not a lot of John Does. And I think that's because, they have all the old mines. They have oil rigs out in the middle of nowhere. They have caves and things like that. And there's so much backcountry. If you drive from one town to another town, it takes you, 45 minutes to get there. You might, if you live in Wyoming, you might live in a little town of about 4,000 people, or 2,000 people, or 1,000 people, or what have you. And you might drive from one little town to go to another little town to go out to eat, or to go to another town to go to a certain restaurant that has a certain type of food that you like, or to get fudge, or just for the fun of it. And you might drive 2 or 3, 4 towns away to go shopping at Walmart. So, and then you might make a day of it. So there's so much empty space there and people don't go walking. There's rattlesnakes, and if you find one rattlesnake, there's a whole nest usually somewhere. So it's not a place where you're going to go out walking and go hiking, really. So anyway, if you have any information about what might have happened to him, because that's 1983 and nobody seems to know, you should let authorities know. Maybe you think they already know, maybe you let somebody know, but maybe you didn't feel like it was relevant. Maybe you were afraid to come forward. But any information you have, right here where it says Carbon County Sheriff's Office, There's the phone number. There's the agency case number. You should let them know. Let them decide what's important and what's relevant, because it seems like somebody would know something. Somebody would know if he was having trouble with somebody else, or he lived near somebody that was a criminal or anything like that. Anyway, feel free to leave comments. Don't forget to pray for his family and his loved ones, and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.